I did not grow up Christian. I did not know Jesus was a real person. No one told me. I just grew up in a really chaotic household with a lot of abuse and just really bad stuff. And then I started going to church about 10 years ago. And I mean, I didn't even believe in God. I was just going to church every week because I thought the worship music was good. And obviously now it's the Holy Spirit that brought me in each week. Then once I started going to church and started realizing like a lot of the decisions I made were really poor, and if I started following God's guidelines for my life, then that was going to be a like much more peaceful, better life. It's not easier, but it's definitely more peaceful.
For me, I grew up Catholic and then started researching a little bit more about religion and stuff. And then when I first went to the Rock, I heard about it through actually the Mikey show. And I went there and I just felt a calling, and I was just finding different people each week, my friends, to go with me. And we were right around the same walk when we met. At one point, we just decided to go to Rock Financial Life class.
The class teaches you basic fundamentals of money that a lot of people never got. Just about credit cards, about car payments, about loans, about mortgages. But there's so much information in there also just about how to honor God with your finances, with your life, and in your marriage, in your relationships.
Being a cheerful giver, I think for me, it started right away. Once I started tithing, I feel like the bondage of the world of money that we chase so much. I felt like the chain was falling off slowly and my heart was opening up slowly to things that were happening around me. Being part of something greater than yourself and to pass blessings through, I think was a really big deal that I didn't really think about that was going to be so impactful.
For me, I was really, really careful with money, and I think growing up with 5 kids in the family and you don't have a lot of money, you're just always really, really careful. I just knew that I didn't want to be poor as an adult, so I just was holding on tightly to all my money. I wasn't giving money away, I wasn't generous. God just totally changed my heart. With everything, God's just like, it's not for me, it's for others. I only want to make more money so I can give more away.
So the All In campaign came up. This is a 2-year campaign. It hit us pretty quickly. Like, we both sat in the car and I sat down, I'm like, did God give you a number? Because God already gave me a number. She's like, God gave me a number too. All right, so that's the number. We're thinking about, on the way home, what we're gonna have to cut back on. And it's not a big deal because God put it on our heart. And then that year was during a recession and people were getting laid off at our work. So during that time, she got a promotion and it was the exact amount. It was literally 2 days after we decided that's what we're gonna do.
For us, it's been a lot of the numbers have really matched up, but we know that it's just God kind of being like thumbs up, giving us a nod that yeah, I got you.
Being faithful and obedient and being a good steward, I think is all really important just to strip off the bondage of this world. She drives a car that's been paid off for 6 years probably, Hold on to a long time.
It's 13 years old. I love it.
So, not having car payments helps. It's, a conscious effort, but, God, it's been a huge blessing.
Just trusting God is the biggest part. When we first started tithing our full 10%, that amount of money is kind of scary. You're like, oh my gosh, I could have done so much other stuff with it. But honoring God is just such a good feeling.
Every dollar spent is either for the kingdom or not. And we're constantly thinking, are we honoring God with our lives? So this is part of our lives that He blessed us with. Are we honoring Him with it? Are we honoring God with everything that we're doing?